All right. Well, welcome, everyone. I think I can hear myself. That was loud enough. So, what an exciting day. We're here to celebrate. And thank you for bearing with us on some logistics as we have some special guests with us today. We couldn't be happier that they're with us, and we're going to have them say a few words here in just a few moments. But for those who don't know me, I am Mark Rary, Superintendent. And today, like I said, I have the great honor to be joining company to help us officially break ground on a career technology center and some athletic facility additions that are going to provide amazing opportunities for our students. However, before we proceed, I'm going to focus on that word that I just stated, opportunity. Opportunity is not just a cliche word, a trendy or savvy phrase that we utilize around here. Opportunity has deep roots that align with our day-to-day mission to enhance and grow. According to Webster's Dictionary, the word opportunity is defined as a good chance for advancement or progress. Advancement and progress. I'm going to say that one more time. Advancement and progress. And when I hear those words, and as I look around the room today, I realize that I'm surrounded by individuals and groups of people whose mission, like ours, is focused on advancement and progress. Those in attendance with that same mission, some of them are at the state level. And I'm going to have these individuals please rise. It's Governor Mike DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel, and State Representative Jim Hoops. These leaders behind me have had a strong hand in making today possible by supporting the initiative to make grant funding available for career and technical education. We have been so fortunate to receive $2.5 million through the Career Technical Education Equipment Grant that has made this day possible for all of our students. Gentlemen, thank you again for being here today. We also have a representative from Bernie Moreno's office. Tim Schneider's in attendance today, so I'm going to have Tim stand. Tim is the regional director for U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno, and he's delivered a proclamation to us. So we thank him for his attendance in support of this whole process as well. We also have a representative at the state level from the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce. That's Jeremy Varner. Jeremy, go ahead and stand. Thank you again for being in attendance today. Jeremy is the deputy director at ODEW. And again, ODEW is a strong supporter of these grant funds and how they're utilized to help create opportunity for our students. We also have individuals at the local level, and I'm going to ask these individuals to please stand when I call their name. We have our elected officials, that's Mayor Carrie Schlade, and our Board of Education members, President Caleb Turnbull, Vice President Dustin Schlachter, Member Deb Updike, Member Ben Camarillo, and Member Lynn Wieland. Thank you. The partnership, and I will use that word, partnership, between our school district and the community is always on showcase. This community collaboration allows our school system and the experiences for our students to be the best they can be. We cannot thank these individuals enough for that continued collaboration and focus on leadership to continue to enhance Bryan. We also know that our mission is heavily supported by our outstanding community partners. And this includes, and just when I call your name, please stand, we have many business representatives in attendance today. And they have helped us provide, in so many ways, the resources, the means, the ideas necessary to continue to progress us forward. So we have representatives here from the Spangler Candy Company, from Ohio Art, from Elton L. Brinken Company, from Allied Molded, from Bard Manufacturing, and I'm sure from beyond. So if all of those individuals wouldn't mind standing, it would be much appreciated. We also have strong community partnerships with our organizations in town, and that could be the Williams County Economic Development Team, the Bryan Area Foundation, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, the Bryan Chamber of Commerce, and beyond. Again, individuals from those entities, would you please stand? And then here at Bryan Schools, we have an outstanding team of staff, faculty, administration that makes everything possible in our day-to-day mission. So I'm going to ask our administrators that are in the room right now, I know some of them might be busy actually administrating, but if they're in attendance, I'm going to ask them to also please stand. And I'm going to give a special thank you, and I'm going to have her stand up, Mrs. Karen Cox and Mr. Chad Bassett. Where's he at? They were instrumental in helping us write the grant to achieve these funds that are making this whole facility process possible. So again, a special thank you to them. Next up, we have our joint vocational partner in education. That's 4 County Career Center. And I know we have some representatives over to my left over here, so I'm going to ask them to please stand. We've learned that our missions strongly align with the outcomes we intend for our students, and the ability for us to operate this new facility as a satellite campus of 4 County Career Centers so that there's oversight on career tech pathways and the credentialing that's necessary to equip and prepare our students. We're very much looking forward to that. So thank you for that partnership, and we look forward to working with you along this journey. And next up, we have our architect and contractor who are here. So we have representatives from Beilharz Architects, along as with Michael Kinder and Sons Contracting. If those individuals could please stand. And we know that the design process and all the components that go along with making this facility become reality will be in good hands as we continue to work with you as strong partners. So thank you again for all that you do. Students, I wanted to point these individuals out to you because success doesn't happen by accident. It simply doesn't. The support for you and your continued success is at an all-time high. All of these individuals in front of me, behind me, want nothing but the best for you, and they want to create opportunity for you. So when opportunity arrives at your doorstep, take it. All right, take advantage of it because it is phenomenal. So again, we cannot thank all of the individuals who pour their hearts and souls and passion into making things wonderful for your future. So whether all of these individuals I just talked about know it or not, they are all Bryan built. They put service above self in all they do. They collaborate with their communities and beyond, and they strive to be the best, that is to advance and progress at every level to provide opportunity. So with that, I cannot thank everyone for being in attendance today. And I know that we have some special words of encouragement and some remarks in regard to the process that we're about to embark on with our journey. So at this time, I'm going to invite some speakers up to the podium, other than myself, just to say a few remarks to celebrate this wondrous moment. So first up, we have our Board of Education President, Caleb Turnbull. Caleb is a 2011 graduate of Bryan High School and co-owner of Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Homes. Caleb showcases his Bryan-built passion through his work in the community with families and beyond. Caleb and his wife, Emily, are the proud parents of 3 children here at Bryan Schools.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'd just like to thank Governor Mike DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel, Representative Jim Hoops, Mayor Carrie Schlade, and our community partners for being here with us today for this exciting event. The groundbreaking ceremony for our career tech and athletic facilities here at Bryan City Schools. Today is a significant day for our students, staff, families, and our entire community as we celebrate the expansion of our 6 through 12 building that will have a lasting impact on generations to come. As we break ground today, we're laying the foundation for a brighter future for our students here at Bryan City Schools. These facilities will help propel our students' academic, professional, and athletic growth. It'll help provide them with opportunities that will help them succeed in the workforce and in their personal lives. We would not be here today if it were not for the efforts and leadership by our administrators. I specifically would like to point out Superintendent Mark Reary, Assistant Superintendent Chad Bassett, and Director of Teaching and Learning Karen Cox for their efforts. As Mark had mentioned before, it was through their devotion to improve the opportunities here at Bryan City Schools that they applied for the Career Technical Education Equipment Grant that we were awarded the maximum amount. It was through these funds that made the construction of this Career Tech Center a possibility. Constructing the Career Tech Center will aid in equipping our students with practical skills and hands-on experience that will help them in their future endeavors. This new space will help bridge the gap between education and industry, giving our students the opportunity to explore a variety of career paths. This will help build their confidence that they need to thrive in the workforce. Bryan City Schools will be able to offer courses that will help the students determine their pathway in their future. Whether they're going to be pursuing additional education at Fort County Career Center or a different vocational school, or by using the basic fundamentals that they're going to learn that they can utilize later in life. It was through the discussion for the Career Tech Center project that led us through the opportunity to construct the junior high gymnasium and weightlifting facility. The construction of the junior high gymnasium is going to help resolve some of our scheduling conflicts with the gym. It's also going to allow additional gym space that's going to help our youth in sports and other programs. The weightlifting facility that's going to be added on to our existing 6 through 12 building is going to help ensure the safety of our students. There are many students that are enrolled in our weight and conditioning class that utilize the weight room throughout the course of the day, and keeping it in the same building will help keep their safety first. Additionally, the new lifting facility will provide adequate space and resources for our students and athletes. The space will assist teachers and coaches in implementing their training programs, and this is going to help the students achieve athletic growth, physically, mentally, and in skill development. These facilities will not only enhance the educational experience for our students, but they're also going to strengthen our community. They're going to create new opportunities for partnership, growth, and collaborations with businesses, industries, and organizations. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the students, families, and staff of Bryan City Schools. You are the heart of this district, and it is through your passion and support that you help drive us forward. And these new facilities are for you. For the students here today, we're excited for you. We can't wait to see how you will use these spaces to discover your passions that will help shape your future. As we move forward with the construction of the career tech and athletic facilities, we're not building buildings, we're building pathways to success, pride, and opportunity. We're shaping the future of Bryan City Schools, and in extension, shaping the future of our community and communities around the world. The Board of Education would like to thank everyone for being here today and sharing in this moment. And together, we are paving a way for a brighter and more promising future for the students of Bryan City Schools. Thank you.
Okay, next to the podium, I would like to introduce our 70th Governor of the State of Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine. Governor DeWine has a distinguished career in public service with previous positions held that include the Ohio Attorney General, serving as an Ohio State Senator, a U.S. Senator, a U.S. Congressman, the Ohio Lieutenant Governor, and the Greene County Prosecutor. Governor DeWine and his bride, Fran, are blessed with 8 children, 28 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. We welcome Governor DeWine.
Mark, thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I want to be here today in person just to congratulate the Bryan community, Superintendent Rury, members of the school board, teachers, students, and everyone connected with this decision, because this is the right decision, and it really is about giving more opportunity for every student. One of the things that we talk about in the governor's office, and I talk about as governor, is that our goal is for every Ohioan to be able to live up to their God-given potential. And part of that is making sure that they have a lot of choices as far as their education. And I know as a parent and now grandparent, what I want for my children, now my grandchildren, what Fran and I want is for them to get excited about something in life, something that they can do. So when they go to work every day, it's never really work, but it's something they really have a passion about. And to do that, we've got to broaden their children's horizons. We've got to see all the things that are out there. Coming together today really started a couple years ago when my wife Fran and I started traveling around to career tech centers around the state. And then Lieutenant Governor was going around as well. Lieutenant Governor Houston, who's now, of course, in the U.S. Senate. And one of the things that we found when we went to career tech, we would ask questions, and it was very exciting to see the students, see the kids get really excited about something, have them tell you what they were doing. But then we would, pull the superintendent aside or the principal and say, you have a waiting list to get in. And almost in every case, there was a waiting list. And in some cases, there was a person could get in, a student could get into the school, but then they couldn't get into the right courses, the courses that they wanted. At the same time as we were traveling around the state, we talked to other principals and superintendents in high schools that said, we would like to have a satellite school from our local career tech in this school. And so as we thought about that, we thought, look, we need to be able to help these schools do that. And so we went to the General Assembly. And I want to thank Jim Hoops, you're going to hear from in just a moment. I just really always appreciate him, the great work that he has done. Rob McCulley, who is now the Senate president, he was very much involved in that as well. And we asked the legislature, and the legislature passed it for $300 million additional dollars to go for these purposes. And so the money that you have received and that you're going to take money from the state, you've got other money involved in it, but the money from the state came from that kind of vision. And so we thank the members of the General Assembly for what they've done, for giving us the ability to do that. This is I think, a great partnership. And you've already heard introduce the four-county career center team. To be able to combine these two, I think, as I said, is a great partnership, and I think it really will work very, very well. It obviously enables a student to stay in their home school, but also at an earlier age start experiencing some of the other choices that they might have as far as a career. Part of education, I think, is about learning what you like as far as a possible career, but it's also learning sometimes about what you don't like. And that's what we want our young people to go through. And this is going to give them the chance to do that at an earlier time. So we think this is frankly very, very, very exciting. And I'm just happy to be able to be here today. And again, my main purpose is to congratulate really the community for having the vision to say that this is what you want to do. And frankly, I can't wait to come back when we actually have the cutting of the ribbon and make this all possible. And again, it's all about our students. It's all about our kids. It's all about giving them more opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor DeWine, for those kind remarks. Very much appreciated. And again, thank you for your time and being here at Bryan today. Next up, we welcome Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel was recently nominated this past February by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine to serve as Ohio's Lieutenant Governor. Jim Tressel is most commonly associated with his passion for education and coaching. He most recently served as president of Youngstown State University from 2014 until his retirement in 2023. Prior to that, Coach Tressel served as the head football coach at The Ohio State University for 10 seasons, which included 7 Big Ten championships and winning the 2002 national championship. Coach Tressel also served as the Youngstown State University head football coach for 15 years, beginning in 1986. There he won 4 national championships. Coach Tressel has many, 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 many awards and accolades, including his induction into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2015. Coach Tressel and his father, Lee, are the only father-son duo to have both been named to the College Football Hall of Fame. Jim and his wife, Ellen, have 4 children, 3 grandchildren, and they are their pride and joy. So without further ado, we welcome Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel.
Well, thank you so much, and it's truly an honor to be here on this day of gratitude for the special opportunity that this community and that this school has. It's truly an honor working for Governor DeWine. I wish Senator Husted, who then our past Lieutenant Governor, were here today, because it was really Lieutenant Governor Husted and Governor DeWine that began the ball rolling with the Lieutenant Governor's staff, Lou, and the whole crew that started dreaming about what this could be all about. And it truly is a day of gratitude in that all of the partners came together, the community, the business and industry, the schools, the school board, the public servants, all of the students, and came up with this opportunity as we continue to partner with 4 County, but even grow in those opportunities that Mr. Rary was talking about and the governor was talking about. When the governor asked me to come and be a part of his team, he asked if I would pay special attention to that marriage of education and workforce and opportunities for our youth. And it's been so much fun to try to bring together all of the extraordinary things that have happened in the last 6 years. I feel like under Governor DeWine's leadership, we're rounding third base and we're heading for home with all the work they've done for the last 6 years, things like we're celebrating today, things like companies who have chosen to come from all over the country, all over the world, to open up new opportunities in the state of Ohio. And now our job is to make sure that we show them what that Ohio workforce is all about. And that's why this facility is so important. That's why 4 County is so important, is we've got to make sure that we take this opportunity and give all of you future opportunities so that we can show the whole world that these companies made a great decision to come and settle in the Buckeye State. So on behalf of all of us who are rooting for you, the opportunities for your technical things right here at your home building, along with a few new athletic and sport opportunities that will be built, we're grateful for you. We're looking forward to your leadership in the future, and it's just truly an honor to be here with our governor. I guess sometimes you might not realize how big of a deal it is to have the governor of your state at an event like this. We all truly need to be grateful. Thanks so much. Go Golden Bears. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Lieutenant Governor Tressel, thank you so much for those kind remarks again, and you said it best. Go Golden Bears. We appreciate that. Next up, we have State Representative Jim Hoops in attendance with us today. State Representative Hoops is serving his 4th full term in the Ohio House. He represents the 81st House District, which consists of Fulton, Williams, Henry, and the northern portion of Defiance County. Jim is a 1977 graduate of Patrick Henry. We will not hold that against you, Jim. He's a 1977 graduate of Patrick Henry High School and has a strong background in finance. He gets to work closely, and this is our treasurer, Kevin Schaefer. Kevin, stand as well. Yep, we're close with Kevin. Thank you. And Senator Hoops and his wife, Deb, reside in Napoleon. They have been blessed with a daughter, their spouse, and a grandson. So welcome, State Representative Hoops.
You know, when I first heard about this project, I knew it was kind of with, building a manufacturing type project, but then I found out because of the impact, the donations from the community, you're also going to be building a training center for sports. And I'm thinking, as a former Patrick Henry graduate, we better watch out, because you guys, and you're already competing very high in this. But thank you, Governor. It's great to see you again. I know the last time you were here when Williams County celebrated their birthday. Thank you for being here. Lieutenant Governor Tressel, thank you for being here too. Wow. Every time I come to Bryan, it's always because of something great that's happening. I look out and I know the community was introduced earlier, and everybody here, whether it's Bards, Spanglers, the impact that you've had on this community is just unbelievable. Every time I come in at night, I see the water tower with the dum-dum suckers up there. And I know the Bards have been very involved with art. The one thing when Paul Combs, he came and he talked about the arts here and to give opportunities to people who are interested in arts. And I visited the home, so you renovate a home to put in an art museum. And I know Dave Swanson, he was a very successful businessman here, and he's retired. And you'd think, once you're retired, you go off. Well, instead, he stays here and does things downtown to make the community look better. And I can name a lot of different things that are happening here. And now, with the education, what all of you are doing here for the future. The one thing I've learned as a legislator is we are an aging state. And so we're going to be having a lot of retirements coming up. So all of you up there are future leaders. Right here. Hello. All of you guys right there. Sorry that you had to skip, miss class today to be here, but I know you're sad about that. But you're our future, and you're going to be our future leaders. You're going to be the teachers, the parents, the police, the people that are going to be working in these areas. And the only thing I ask is once you receive your education here and then beyond, please come back to Northwest Ohio, because we need you here to fill these spots because of the retirements. And I just want to say this project, as I learn more about it, the one thing I really appreciate is a collaboration that all of you have put together with the Career Center out by Archibald, because I think that's so important, collaboration. And that's one thing I've learned about this community is the collaboration that you have amongst each other. And that's why you're a successful community, and you will continue to be a successful community. Because, Coach, that's how you win games, when you collaborate with the offense and the defense, because you work together, and that's how it happens. So again, congratulations today. I look forward to watching this build and continue to build here in the city of Bryan. Thank you.
And next up, I think most of you in this room will be very familiar with her, but Mayor Carrie Schlade is or has a passion that is second to none. Mayor Schlade is the first female mayor of Bryan, taking office in 2018 while serving the community to its fullest each and every day. Carrie serves on a variety of committees while pursuing the focused goal of ensuring Bryan can thrive. Carrie and her husband Josh are the proud parents of 3 children. We welcome Mayor Schlade up.
Good afternoon. What an exciting day for Bryan, Ohio and Bryan City Schools. In 2008, our family decided to purchase a home in Bryan because we wanted to raise our children in a school district that provided opportunity. And what better opportunity do our kids have from going from a college class in math and English to throwing clay in ceramics, or a weights class, or learning the bass guitar and alt strings? These are the types of opportunities that our children have been able to have, as well as expanded sports, things like soccer and tennis in our community. All of these things we are proud of and have been given by generous donors, collaborative spirit, and the idea of progress. In 2013, I was fortunate enough to serve on the bond levy committee with folks like Bill Martin and Mr. Malenga and other individuals, and we worked hard to convince the community that we needed to build this campus. We needed state-of-the-art education aspects, we needed secure buildings, and we needed a place where young mothers like myself did not have to travel through Bryan to 3 different schools within 5 minutes to deliver her children safely to the numerous buildings. We were successful in that bond measure. During that campaign, though, we started talking about the Cotterman Farm Field and what it would look like as a campus. At the time, some of you may not remember, but the only thing on this property was a 4th through 8th grade school. Today, when you look around, the students of Bryan City Schools, due to the leadership of the school boards, Superintendent Rary, former Superintendent Diana Savage, and community members, we have, in fact, a campus that is growing at speeds that I don't think Mr. Martin and I imagined back in 2013. And it is something that we do because the students in our community are our most precious gift and our biggest responsibility. With that being said, I would sincerely like to thank Governor DeWine. Students, it's not every day the governor comes to Bryan, Ohio, and you should feel very privileged that he came to visit us today and celebrate this. Lieutenant Governor Tressel, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to meet you finally. Someone that could not be here today that was very impactful in this project is our new U.S. Senator, John Husted. When Mr. Rary called and said, Mayor Schlade, we have this great project, it's a career tech center, and there's grant dollars that we really need, do you think you could call your friend, Lieutenant Governor Husted? And so I did, and we had an awesome discussion about how tech and honestly everyday learning skills that you will be afforded with this new project, how important it was for the Bryan community, for our businesses, and for our students. And to be honest, Lieutenant Governor Husted graduated from Montpelier High School. And when he was in high school, the rivalry between the Bryan Golden Bears and the Montpelier Locomotives honestly likened that of the Ohio State Buckeyes and that team up north. With that being said, he gracefully worked with us on this project and went over the grant paperwork, and obviously with the help of Governor DeWine and the state legislature, Bryan City Schools was granted a $2.5 million project. Again, that feat would not have been tasked without the tremendous work of Superintendent Mark Rary. Students, again, you are so fortunate to have a superintendent that comes to work every day, positive and excited, and working on progressive ways to make sure that you guys are prepared for whatever future you have coming. State Representative Jim Hoops is a very good friend of mine, and I have to tell you, I am so appreciative of every day when he goes to Columbus, he reminds everyone there that Williams County is the true Northwest Ohio, and it is so important to have an advocate like him in our community. Superintendent Slattery, I don't think that anyone quite realizes the importance of the collaboration and cooperation with 4 County for our students. And so I wanted to personally thank you for that, and stepping out of what is necessarily your comfort zone and adding Bryan City Schools to your certification programs. Students, I tell folks on social media all the time when roads construction is happening that progress is painful. So I know you all lost your student parking lot this morning, but I want to assure you that the progress coming will be so worth it. Congratulations, Bryan City Schools. Thank you, board, for your leadership. And we are excited to break ground very soon.
I feel like we still need that drive your farm equipment to school day, though, right? Is that still in the works? Okay. All right. And our final speaker today, thank you again, Mayor Schley, for those kind remarks. Our final speaker today is what I would call a champion of Bryan. Bill Martin is the 8th president at Spangler Candy Company. He's the first non-family member in this role. While Bill's daytime job is to help provide the world with its world-famous dum-dums, candy canes, and beyond, his extra acquired role is being, like I said, a champion for Bryan. If the community has a need and to get the job done the right way, you can bet that Bill will be there. For this reason, Bill serves on a large variety of committees while working collaboratively with the community and beyond. Bill and his wife, Donna, are the proud parents of 4 children and 6 grandchildren and 1 on the way. With that, we welcome Bill Martin.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see the kids sitting up there, paying attention, real close, right? Thank you, Mark, and the Bryan City Schools, the Board of Education, for the opportunity to speak today. It's great to see Governor DeWine in Bryan again. And what a thrill it's going to be for me to meet Coach Tressel. Lieutenant Governor Tressel when we do the groundbreaking later on. I can't wait to meet him. Thank you for being here today as well. And a big thank you to the governor and former Lieutenant Governor Husted for this amazing $2.5 million tech grant for our community. And of course, it's great to see Jim Hoops and Mayor Schley together. Whenever they're together, I know it means good things are going to happen in our community. Happens every time when they're together. So today is a great day in Bryan, Ohio. As most of you know, our community pulled together in November 2013 to pass a bond issue to build this new school and renovate our middle school to provide the best learning environment possible for our kids. And you just listen to the passion behind our levy committee in Mayor Schley. She never quits. She never gives up on any of you. She wanted the best for you. And we were able to deliver with the community's help. What a tremendous gift from our community for our future. And now it's about to get even better. The crazy thing to me is when we envisioned our schools together on this great new campus and the advantages it would bring, I never really envisioned anything beyond that plan. I never realized we could have a career technical center attached to this new building or an additional gymnasium and workout facility to help with the strength and conditioning of our kids. But let me tell you, this career technical center is not only a wonderful addition for our kids and their futures, but it's also a wonderful addition for the many local businesses that have put stakes deep into Bryan and made it their home. While I represent Spangler Candy Company, I also see colleagues here from Bard Manufacturing, Ohio Art, Alton Low Brink, Allied Molded, and there's many other here as well, with Dave, the former Davlin. These are some very long-term committed, multi-generational businesses in Bryan, and some are well over 100 years old. I know I can speak for all the other companies. It's been a significant challenge for us over the past 5 to 10 years to find employees with the skills we need to compete in the global marketplace. Most of our local kids were leaving high school for colleges all across the country, and most of them were not coming back to Bryan. This new Career Technical Center gives us a fighting chance to keep our kids in our community with new, relevant skills to jump right into our workplaces right after graduation, with focus on skills in design and production, engineering, precision manufacturing, computer-aided design, electrical, plumbing, and robotics. There'll be something for everyone that has a desire to learn. Once we get these new employees into our workplaces, we can do the rest with upskill training programs and provide them with a career with significant pay opportunities. For example, our highest level hourly maintenance position at Spangler earns $80,000 a year with zero college debt. $80,000 a year goes pretty far in a little community like Bryan, Ohio. I'm especially excited to hear that Bryan City Schools will partner with 4 County Career Center as a satellite location. Spangler's had great success with students coming over from 4 County to learn and train for a new career. This new collaboration just makes sense and will help guarantee the success of our program. And finally, I want to thank Mark Reary and his team for having the vision and the financial acumen to make these new additions possible. Mark, your leadership in the community is greatly appreciated. When these new additions are completed, I would put our schools up against any other schools in the state in terms of their design, the opportunities for our kids, their importance to our community, and especially now, their importance to the local business community. Thank you and well done to all.
All right. Students, if you didn't get a hint after all those talks, okay, there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of support for you. Please take advantage of it. It is phenomenal, and we have phenomenal leadership everywhere you turn. Remember that everywhere you go. There's people here for you. So thank you for being in attendance with us today, students. It is greatly appreciated. Yes, yeah. So with that, I know we are a little bit past our regularly timed schedule for today's event. We're going to move into our actual groundbreaking ceremony. So we're going to do a bit of a segue as we conclude today's ceremony. What we're going to do is, first, I've got a few thank yous before we part ways. I first want to thank the many people who helped make today's event possible. So we have Krista Lutman here from the governor's office, who had many meetings with me, so I appreciate her time, and the entire governor's staff and lieutenant governor's staff for being with us today. Chris Malanger for live streaming the event through our Golden Bear Sports Network. I know Chris is up hard at work, probably in the crow's nest up there. And then the staff from the Ohio News station as well is here, so thanks for live streaming today's event. And then on the custodial staff side, Rob Goodlive and Ned Roofer, their help is always appreciated, and they keep our facilities in tip-top shape in every way, shape, and form, so we thank them for their setup. And then Haley Brown and Hooley Stockman for the refreshments for afterwards, if people are able to stick around and have a bite to eat. So with that, thank you to so many people who have vested in our students, who vest in the community, who vest in Bryan Schools. It is highly appreciated. We're going to segue at this time into some shovel and dirt moving outside. So with that, if the governor or lieutenant governor or state representative Hoops want to do any pictures with the students, they're more than welcome to at this time and take a few group photos. They can migrate down there. But we're going to head outside as they're taking those photos with some shovels. And Mr. Neff's got some photography lined up for us, so we're going to do some pictures out there. So thank you, everyone. Much appreciated.